A blockchain is the lifeblood of any cryptocurrency, and it must be secure, scalable, and swift. Many blockchain technologies already exist in the market, and the most popular ones being Bitcoin and Ethereum's proof of work. Being the premier cryptocurrencies may give them the advantage of reliability and security, but Bitcoin's mining process is riddled with environmental and financial challenges. Ethereum, well, there is a proposed proof of stake 2.0 for the network. Currently, it uses Bitcoin's proof of work, but the mechanism is less than satisfying for the value Ethereum deserves to offer. The new one promises to improve scalability and correct many other defects on the blockchain. Proof of weight is another consensus algorithm that you may have heard of. It answers the questions about environmentally sustainable systems of mining cryptocurrency. Scalability and security are other upsides of the blockchain, and equally, renowned crypto projects utilize it. So what is proof of weight, and how does it promise to reduce the environmental strain of cryptocurrency mining, among other things? What is blockchain? Blockchain is a word that gets thrown around daily in the cryptosphere, but it is the most important feature. And without it, the system collapses. And what is this hype around the blockchain? We provide software development, recruitment, and consulting services in the fields of fintech, cryptocurrencies, and blockchain worldwide. If you're looking for a job as a developer, email your resume to jobs@qqNade.com. That's jobs@qqNade.com. Contact us for a free consultation through our website at qqNade.com. If you'd like more details, check out the description below this video. Picture the formation of a secure and long chain. The first metallic piece represents the first block, or Genesis block, as it is commonly called. It was created in 2009 and is the basis for every other Bitcoin block. Above all, transparency is an important aspect of digital currencies, and the permanence of a block ensures that. Miners or nodes are connected to each block they add to the blockchain, and it cannot be altered or erased. 50 years from now, the validator would be found and made accountable if there would be a problem with block 487. This is a secure way to prevent common problems from centralized financial institutions. However, without consensus algorithms to secure the blocks, transparency will be impossible to achieve, and this is where the options like proof of work, proof of stake, and proof of weight come in. These are methods used to confirm transactions and reward validators where required. Some use a single system, like proof of work and proof of stake, but proof of weight is a broader consensus mechanism because it employs multiple algorithms. What is proof of weight? Let's start off now with what it actually is. Unlike other validation processes that earn you an incredible reward, you often do not get paid to validate transactions on a proof of weight algorithm in digital currency bits. Proof of work, proof of stake, and proof of weight are all algorithms used to achieve a consensus or agreeability on their blockchains. Every blockchain needs a consensus mechanism to approve the validity of blocks. For proof of weight, honesty is the most important virtue any validator or node needs. We provide software development, recruitment, and consulting services in the fields of fintech, cryptocurrencies, and blockchain worldwide. If you're looking for a job as a developer, email your resume to jobs@qqNade.com. That's jobs@qqNade.com. Contact us for a free consultation through our website at qqNade.com. If you'd like more details, check out the description below this video. And that is why Algorand, one of the cryptocurrencies that uses this system, assigns weight to users with the most tokens in their wallet. Forks and double spending are at risk on blockchains, and Algorand and other users of the proof of weight consensus mechanism believe that if holders with the highest to lose are invested in the safety of the network, the chances of these attacks occurring are lower. In other words, you will want to protect your interest, which may not be enough incentive for new validators. Algorand is an excellent example of proof of weight consensus mechanism. Biocoin and Chia are other networks that use proof of weight, but the weight can be anything, not necessarily the number of tokens held. Proof of spacetime and proof of reputation are examples of other types of consensus mechanisms in the proof of weight consensus model. But the downside is that allowing 2/3 of the weightiest users to determine the validity of the blocks is the embodiment of centralization. In addition, there is no incentive for them, and it is not really as robust as other consensus mechanisms. However, there's a less environmental impact, and forks and double spending have truly been non-existent, so the system works. Proof of stake versus proof of weight. Imagine you had to lose some of your cryptocurrency if you made a mistake on the blockchain, but you get rewarded for each correct block you validate. It seems like an easy way to make money and secure the network, and that is what the new Ethereum consensus mechanism offers. It's called proof of stake, and it requires less energy consumption to validate a block. The more tokens you have, for example, Ether, the higher your chances of confirming the blocks of transactions. And this method consumes less energy because you don't exactly need a computer and other mining equipment. Based on your stake in the network, security will be your priority. In addition to holding a significant amount of Ether tokens is no joke. You need 32 tokens to qualify. Such a hefty holder will be recognizable, at least within the network. And in decades from now, if it is discovered that they tampered with the blocks for selfish reasons, they can easily be found. And this proof of stake for you. It has not been launched yet, but the information gathered from the tested design to mimic the real-time operation, proof of stake, may be the future of consensus algorithms. North of 128 validators will be required to vote on the validity of blocks added to the chain. If 2/3 of them are in agreement, the block will be recorded on the blockchain. But you must first offer those 32 Ether tokens to the network as a stake. And this is what improves your chances of selection for confirming blocks. It's centralized to an extent too, just like proof of weight. It would be impossible for a personal attack to be directed at a network that uses proof of stake because the group verifying the block needs to control 51% of the Ether before they can attain such power. On the contrary, users are selected by the network to validate blocks on the proof of weight consensus mechanism based on the value they add to the blockchain. It is common to confuse these two consensus algorithms because they operate similarly. But where proof of stake only requires Ether for the selection process, proof of weight chooses people with the highest of anything to make decisions. This can be the weightiest amount of space-time, the highest reputation, or like Algorand recommends, the highest number of token holders on the network. Proof of weight can be said to share similarities with Ethereum's proof of stake, but the latter provides incentive for users. They get rewards by staking their tokens, even though they may lose them if they attempt to attack, alter, or tamper with the block. Conversely, the proof of weight mechanism, especially Algorand's, does not leave any incentive for users. Perhaps that is why the network selectively targets the highest holders because they have the most to lose. But considering the positive impact on the environment, validators are not making a huge sacrifice after all. Proof of work versus proof of weight. The difference between proof of work and proof of weight is that the former is not environmentally sustainable. At the same time, the latter focuses on a greener way to approve records of transactions. With proof of work, you must solve complex mathematical problems before confirming a block, and these equations take time, the longest in the blockchain technology sphere. And this makes it less scalable despite its high energy consumption. Ethereum and Bitcoin are two pioneers of the POW consensus mechanism. In essence, miners, as the validators of blocks are called, exchange fiat money for cryptocurrency. However, it is done at the environment's expense because of the high energy consumption of the mining equipment. What's more, not everyone gets a reward once the hash has been discovered. Only the winner gets selected to add the block to the blockchain. Granted, there is a limit to the number of bitcoins to be mined, 21 million in total, but before this number is attained, global energy reserves may be at great risk. Comparatively, proof of weight puts the responsibility on the most weighted users of the network. They make the unified decision to add a block to the blockchain or not, and usually 2/3 of the weightiest users decide. They only need to vote to validate a block. Once again, their more extensive portfolio determines if they will be chosen to verify transactions or not. But at least each user will not need heavy equipment. Neither will there be a substantial loss in time because there's no need to solve any mathematical problems. And this is what gives the Chia network and other cryptocurrency projects that use of proof of weight consensus tool an edge over Bitcoin. For instance, the energy consumed from mining Ethereum has been estimated to measure up to the consumption of Malta, an island state in the Mediterranean. In contrast, Chia requires less than a fraction of that energy to validate transactions. Proof of weight offers advanced scalability because no complex mathematical problems need to be solved, slashing the time required to add records to the block. But the lack of incentives offered by proof of weight consensus mechanism is one good reason many cryptocurrencies may choose to adopt the other options in the market. Real-life use cases of proof of weight. Algorand initially developed proof of weight to prevent one individual or a group of people from controlling the records added to the blockchain. The network assumes that at least 2/3 of users who add the most value to the protocol will be honest. Within 10 minutes, they would have determined synchronously that the block is worth adding to the blockchain. Choosing 2/3 of users to validate the blocks is based on the belief that 1/3 of users cannot be dishonest. It is not far-fetched, and the adversary theory explains it. Lazy honesty is what the system relies on. The idea is that each player selected by the protocol only needs to stay online and stick to the recommended instructions. And since they will not always participate in the process, the least they can do is adhere. The system has been designed to run in a permissionless and permissioned setting. The former means that users can join anytime and can own multiple digital keys. They only need to buy or receive Algorand tokens from another user. In a permissioned environment, on the other hand, users are not free to own digital keys at will. Things are more controlled. A coordinated attack on the system is one of the greatest threats to any blockchain. In the Algorand protocol, an adversary is presumed to be in charge of this influence. He makes decisions for them, primarily determining whether a block is valid or not by intercepting their messages. It's also assumed that he can use the messages of any of the users to distract them from following the instructions set by the protocol. However, Algorand believes that it is impossible for a single entity, the adversary, to influence the decision of members chosen by the Byzantine agreement. For one, it would be next to impossible because users are selected randomly and a cryptic code is used to communicate with them. The adversary would not know who to target. Additionally, 2/3 of users with the most interest in protocol cannot unanimously consent to alter or tamper with block being recorded, so security and affordability are catered for adequately. Chia is another cryptocurrency that uses proof of weight. It adopts this system because it aims to solve the problem of sustainability in the cryptosphere. The network users get to contribute to block validation based on their space and time value. It's called proof of time or proof of space. Each interested user is allocated a virtual plot which is used to farm Chia coins. It is premised on a system where users mine tokens based on space availability on their devices. Essentially, the more space you have, the more mining opportunities you have. Instead of exchanging Chia tokens for the Earth's limited resources, the bulk of the energy relies on hard drive space. High-performance graphic cards and supercomputers are essential when farming heavy cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum. But with Chia mining and earning are incentivized based on the amount of storage space on your system and the time you're willing to devote. Biocoin is a cryptocurrency designed to make storage space available to users worldwide. The idea behind it is reduce the reliance on centralized storage options like Dropbox, Google, and the cloud. And with Filecoin, you can rent out unused storage space to anyone anywhere in the world based on a bid. You guessed it, to participate in the validating or mining process, you must lend your excess storage space to the network. And the more you have, the higher your chances of contributing to the security process. Proof of reputation is another algorithm under the proof of weight consensus mechanism. It entails creating a reputation for a node based on its level of contribution to the network, its activity, transactions, and asset value. Proof of weight may be a transparent, reliable method of recording transactions on the blockchain, but the lack of incentivization is what may hold it back. We provide software development, recruitment, and consulting services in the fields of fintech, cryptocurrencies, and blockchain worldwide. If you're looking for a job as a developer, email your resume to jobs@qqNade.com. That's jobs@qqNade.com. Contact us for a free consultation through our website at qqNade.com. If you'd like more details, check out the description below this video.